Clair Obscur leads Sport Awards nominations. Clair Obscur, Excursion 33, leads the pack at this year's Recreation Awards with 12 nominations. The critically acclaimed role gambling game, RPG, is up for Sport of the Year, in addition to 3 entries inside the high-quality performance class. Other contenders for the Pinnacle Recreation Prize this year are Death Stranding 2, Nintendo platformer Donkey Kong Bonanza, indie video games Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Hades 2, and Medieval Journey, Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2. They may all compete at the occasion, the Circle's maximum watched ceremony celebrating games, on 11 December in Los Angeles, California. Organizers say there have been 154 million live streams in 2024, whilst platformer Astro Bot turned out to be Game of the 12 Months. What are the Sport Awards? Often known as the Oscars of gaming, the Sport Awards, hosted by founder Jeff Keighley, will hand out prizes in 29 categories this year. Despite the nickname, the roughly 3-hour display is an aggregation of traditional ceremony, inclusive of musical performances and celebrity appearances, as well as marketing. One of the predominant motives viewers song in is to see trailers for upcoming and unannounced games. Last year, audiences were gotten their first glimpses of The Witcher 4, Elden Ring, Night Rain, and Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet from Final of Us studio Naughty Dog. Sport of the Year nominees. This year's maximum nominated game, Clair Obscur, Excursion 33, was made by means of a core team of about 30 human beings at developer Sandfall Interactive's workplaces in Montpellier, France. Inspired by vintage school, turn-based RPGs, it shocked critics and was praised for its storyline, battles, and performances. 3 actors who appear in the game, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, and Jennifer English, are nominated for First Class Performance, and the game is also up for the Satisfactory Narrative Prize. It's also nominated for Best Independent Game, a selection that can prove debatable as the task was worked on through Global Assist Studios and had the backing of writer Kepler Interactive. Sony, which historically does well at the Game Awards, has 2 distinct titles with 8 nominations each. In addition to Game of the Year, Death Stranding 2, directed by celebrated online game developer Hideo Kojima, is up for Pleasant Narrative. But none of its well-known cast, which include Walking Dead star Norman Reedus, is in line for an acting prize. Samurai-themed adventure Ghost of Yotai, another PS5 best release, is nominated in the same number of categories, with stars Erika Ishii up for a performance award. Going up against the blockbusters are Game of the Year nominees Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Hades 2, both sequels to massive hits made by small groups. Silksong, defined as the GTA 6 of indie games because of its long development and fevered fan anticipation, crashed various online stores when it became released. Rounding out the top class are Donkey Kong Bonanza, one of the first big releases on Nintendo's new Switch 2 console, and Country Come Deliverance 2. Split Fiction from Hazelight Studio, led by flamboyant former movie director Joseph Fares, was a follow-up to previous Game of the Year winner It Takes Two, but missed out on a nomination itself. And thriller game Blueprints, which received some of the year's first-class review scores, was only nominated in the high-class independent game category. The Game Awards has been criticized in the past for prioritizing advertising over awards, with winning speeches being cut short and on-stage presentations being absent in some categories. There has been praise of 2024's show for going some way to address criticisms, but developers have continued to call on organizer Jeff Keighley to better acknowledge issues in the industry, including the high volume of job losses in recent years. This year, there have been proceedings about the awards abandoning its Future Class scheme, an initiative founded in 2020 to highlight emerging stars in games. It was last run in 2023 when current and former members of the organization signed an open letter urging the awards to address the Israel-Gaza battle. In the run-up to this year's nominations, after it was confirmed future class wouldn't return, alumni accused the scheme of tokenism and not doing enough to help them build contacts. Last year, the ceremony gave out a new Game Changer Award to Amir Satwed for his work to help laid-off developers find jobs. BBC Newsbait has approached organizers for comment.